Oh, hey, I didn't know this thing was on. Hey, happy Mother's Day. Just wanted to say hey to everybody who's new to my channel and don't know me as a music artist as well. But I'm WillSoul's III. You can find my music on all your streaming platforms. I'm also currently in the semifinals of the Timbo I Do Global Search Talent Contest. I will post a link, so if you want to support me and my cause, and we're actually raising money for the Adopting Courage Foundation, which is a good organization as well. So any paid votes go to that organization. But stay tuned for the cooking video. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. This morning, I'm making a Mother's Day brunch for my wife and my daughter. They went off to church. They went to the early service. So when they get back, you know, my plan is to have brunch ready for them. I'm doing some salmon croquets. Doing it a little different. But I used the double Q pink salmon. It's the kind my mom and all my family back home in Charleston, South Carolina used to use. So yeah, I already went ahead and pulled out like the big bones. But the cool thing about salmon, even if you leave like some of the little bones in there, they're really soft. It's just the little circle, the round circle ones that you want to make sure that you pull out. You know, I mean they dissolve kind of easy too, but nobody wants to crunch while they're eating, right? You want to just enjoy those good morsels, right? So I've already cut up my onions. So I'm gonna add a little bit of my chopped onions. You know, I'm gonna add some of my, I like the red bell peppers because they're sweeter. I mean, to each his own. Some people do the green, some people do the yellow, some people use all three. And depending on what kind of mood I'm in, kind of dictates, or what I'm preparing, kind of dictates, you know, which route I'm gonna go. But again, that choice is yours, right? I'm gonna go rinse my hands off real quick. And I'm back. Rinse my hands off. So now, that magic in the box, that Goya Sazon. Since I have 2 cans, I'm gonna use 2 packets. I mean, that's just my particular preference. Ain't no written rule. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, I learned from the old school folks. They don't write down recipes. You cook to taste, right? A little of this and a little of that, right? That's how them folks back home where I come from, that's how they do it. I remember when I first went off into the military, I went to Korea, and I remember calling my mom, calling my grandmom, and different other, you know, some of my aunts, and asking them how do you prepare certain meals, you know, that I'm accustomed to, traditional, right? That Old Bay seasoning, you know, a little bit of that. Then I got some seasoning called Island Joe's. I got a Caribbean hot jerk, and then I got a Caribbean seafood seasoning. And I don't know, I like using them anytime I'm making, you know, any type of seafood. A little bit of this Creole dust, this butt naked. some accent. I like my smokehouse maple. Some black pepper. And for a little added heat, just a little bit of crushed red pepper. Just a little bit. All right. I'm gonna add just a little bit of chicken bone broth. Like this is the Kirkland brand that I get from Costco's. Just a little bit. And then I'm gonna use 2 eggs. Making sure not to get any shells in your food, right? And I got some Kinder's Crispy Planko Blend season coating. This is the one with the wood fire grilled smoke flavor. So, you wanna, add you like some breadcrumbs or something just to give it a little consistency. Now, you gotta get your hands messy. I'm gonna order some cooking gloves for my next video, but my hands are clean. And you just kind of mash it and mix it all together. Added just a little bit more for consistency, right? Just so that it's not gonna fall apart on me. Now I'm gonna wash my hands again. All right, I'm out here on this grill again. So I'm gonna add a change to it. I know a lot of people normally deep fry them. I'm gonna put mine on a grill plate, and I'm gonna smoke mine on the grill. Depending on how the consistency come out, I might pan fry them for about maybe 2 or 3 minutes on each side, just to give it a little more crispiness. But I'm gonna see how the consistency comes out. This is my first time doing it, so so now I'm about to create my smoke profile. So I got my wood chips, and I got some onions in there. I got some Vidalia onions. Got some apple, all cut up. And man, I'm gonna tell you, it gives your food a very sweet, savory, smoke profile. I know some people like, man, it don't take all that. It don't. But when you find joy in little things, do the things that make you happy. It ain't about everybody else. But don't ask me for no food. little jokey joke on this morning. But man, I tell you, it does something, man. I learned this trick from an old black guy when I was in the Army, when I was stationed down in Hinesville, Georgia, right next to Fort Stewart. Now, every time you would pull up on his shack, because it was just a little shack on the side of the road, but every time you pulled up on him, man, you could smell that man's barbecue from miles away. You know, you're like, man. And I remember one day I asked him, and he said, "Those Vidalia onions." So I got Vidalia, I got some apple, I got the apple wood chips that's been soaking. I got some red onion. I don't know, just that something about that flavor profile and that aroma that you get in your smoke. Stay tuned. We're gonna come back in a few, and when we come back, that smoke finna be you're gonna see that white smoke coming out of that flute. Stay tuned. All right, now that I washed my hands, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my little grill plate. And now I'm gonna just take my salmon and just kind of make little patties, just like you would if you were gonna, make a hamburger. I'm just gonna put them in my little grill plate. But them stay smelling good already. Kind of tedious, I know. He's gonna have that really good smoke flavor, especially if you follow my smoked salmon lovers. I love smoked salmon. When I worked and lived in Germany, it would be a festival that would come every year by my house, and man, they would be out there smoking the salmon like the old way. Like it would literally be hanging up, and then they have the cedar wood planks, and man, the most amazing flavor you ever had in your life. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. Can y'all see? So that's what they look like now. So I'm gonna get ready to go and put them on the grill. Stay tuned. Man, I wish I could smell it. Y'all see that smoke? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And then I know kind of hard to see, but while we were going, I added a bacon wrap chicken breast season. It's got like some jalapeno pepper stuffed under there. My wife don't really, she's not a big salmon person per se. Me and my daughter, we're more the salmon folks. So, and I wrap one up in aluminum foil just in case the smoke is too much. And she got one that's not as heavily smoked. Man, my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is smelling so good. So good. Oh my goodness. Stay tuned. Yes, sir. I think it's time to flip them. So I'm gonna check my consistency. Got a little bit of crumble, so I may end up pan frying them just to give it that crispiness. Yeah. Too easy though. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna repat them, and then I'm gonna put a little flour on them, and then I'm gonna fry them. I told y'all this was the first time, right? So trying it like this. But that's all right. That's all right. It's gonna be all right. And I ain't ashamed to admit it. Stay tuned. All right. So I'm gonna test my grease. Yeah, we ready. We're ready. Went old school. I couldn't find my my frying thermometer. So I'm just gonna pick them up and put them in there. Ever so carefully. Now they're definitely gonna have that real good smoke flavor that I was trying to get. Not gonna be able to fit all of them in the skillet, but that's okay. That is okay. Just pay attention to your heat. I don't want them to cook too fast, and I don't want them to burn. Even though for the most part, the smoked salmon is done because it was on the grill. I'm just frying it in peanut oil in my cast iron skillet just to give it that crispy, that crispy consistency. So stay tuned. All right, so I've already flipped them. just for the sake of time. Don't want the video to be too long. But yeah, there we go. So now got that nice golden brown. Yes, sir. Don't do a lot of fried food though, believe it or not. Not anymore. You know, unless I buy food out. It's probably the first time I fried anything for real in a good minute. I tend to use my air fryer a lot more nowadays. But for some things that you're doing, you definitely want to make sure, you know, you get it right. And that's those last 3 that didn't fit. And I'm gonna take the rest of these in so they can stay warm, and I'll be back in a few. All right, those last 3, they're about where I want them at. So yeah, ready to pull these off. See how nice those look? Yes, sir. Salmon croquettes, smoked, and then fried in a cast iron skillet. Live your life. Live your life. Live your life. Life is like a box of chocolates that you gotta eat responsibly. Oh yeah, but life ain't all unicorns and rainbows, but there's infinite